Something that was requested. I did a poll on this, just to make sure how many people wanted it, because it was a suggestion in one of my lives, this type of reading, this energy reading, and I did a poll on it just to see how many people actually would like this type of reading. Okay, so I was actually surprised, I'm not gonna lie, at how many of you voted for this one. It was like the top vote in comparison to the other ones that I had in the poll. So self, self-awareness and self-focus is always essential. And I know that sometimes I don't do enough of that. So here we are. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the reading. Before we start, I'm going to ask the Most High God to tap in. And I ask for nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity to come to this reading for the collective who is meant to hear and receive this message, Most High God. That all unique situations resonate in the way that they are meant to resonate with these individuals. I also ask for divine protection surrounding this reading. Anything that is not supposed to be here during this reading, please block out and send back to wherever it came from. I also call to the Archangel Michael to double surround this reading with loving, light, protective energies. Okay. Some cards fell out. Give me a second. Okay. So, let's keep shuffling. I'm going to use my new favorite deck. This deck that I got in California on my trip recently. Alright, Most High God, please show us, what is the assignment? What are we supposed to be focusing on at this time? And now this can be a timeless, whenever you watch type of reading. It doesn't have to be restricted to specific timing. Also, if it resonates with you, you'll know whether it's for you or not. I do have to always advise that these readings are general, they're not personal. So, if you feel guided to book a personal reading with me, all of my information will be in the description box below. And I also can't predict what comes out in the reading. So if certain things come out that just don't tickle your fancy and it causes like some sort of triggering or whatever, I'm not going to apologize for it, because it is what it is. So, this is a general reading. It's a free reading on YouTube. It's not, you're not paying for it. It's not just for one person watching. It's for multiple energies. So, it is what it is. All right, let's get to the reading. Okay, 5 cards. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. I used this deck yesterday, and then you got the 4 Swords. I used this deck yesterday for the first time, and I can tell that it's been used before because all of the cards were not in order. Like, when you first buy a tarot deck, usually you'll have the major arcanas in order, then you'll have whatever the first suit is, the ace through the king, and then so on and so forth. But in this deck, it was all mixed up. So this coming out with all these pentacles is not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. So that's why all these pentacles are coming out. It's not because it's a fresh new deck and I haven't used it. And no, this has been shuffled quite good. So what's your assignment? Some of you guys are workaholics, and I'll probably speak for myself. Some of you guys may be workaholics. Some of you guys could be stressed over material matters and material things, which is why you're working. So you're very, very, it's like an overactive energy when it comes to materials, materialistic things, money, job situations. Some of you guys may be stressing over a job. Some of you may be, some of you also may be focusing on the lack of something, period, in your life. Your focus is not on yourself. It's in another direction, because you have the Queen of Pentacles. I see her as the self-love card next to the Empress usually, but the Queen of Pentacles is like self-love, self-focus. And this Knight of Pentacles could be a distraction somewhere else. It doesn't have to be another person, but it can be, because you have 2 court cards. And what separates them is the Five of Pentacles. So it could be that someone is absent in your life. Some of you guys, this is a child, or this could be stress in relations to finances for your family or your children. Some of you guys are working multiple jobs, 2 jobs, or you're juggling a lot in your life. Some of you guys are single parents and you're stressing out over your finances right now. I also feel for some, you're not getting the adequate sleep that you need. It's not enough. Yeah, this is imbalanced sleeping. So whether you're sleeping too much or sleeping too little, but some of you guys can be rejuvenating, because you see she's wearing the color green, which is like healing and the heart chakra. Some of you guys could be slightly depressed due to maybe a separation. Maybe your children is like, your children are older now. They're going off with their lives. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I just have to, I guess because it might resonate with somebody, so I'm going to just say it. CPS is coming up. And you guys are not able to sleep because of this. If it's not your own child, then it's someone, you know, related to you that has a child in CPS, and that could be stressing you out. Or it could just be that you guys are depressed in relations to feeling like things are not coming in quick enough. Yeah, for some of you, it's like you want to be the Queen of Pentacles. You want to be able to feel secure in your material world. And it doesn't have to just be all about money, but it could be in some way you want to feel secure and stable and grounded. But you feel like you're a little bit behind, and it's taking a long time for you to get to this point. And you're handling things quite well, though. It's not like you don't have this. So I feel like that's just an introduction to what's going on in your world. But let's see what it is that Spirit is asking of you. Ooh. Okay. These cards flew up face forwards. I'm going to take these cards. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Fool, the Six of Swords, the Death card, the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, sorry, and the Three of Cups. All right. Some of you guys need to separate yourself, or you are, like Spirit is doing this for you, for some of you, because you got 2 major arcana cards. You have the Death card and you have the Fool card. So that's a beginning and that's an ending. You have the first major arcana card in the deck, which denotes clear beginnings, openings, and then you have the Death card, which represents endings, but it can also represent rebirth and transformation. So with the Four of Pentacles, you may be clinging on to things and people, or something that you're clinging on to. I'm not going to get too specific because this reading is general. So take what resonates with you, but there's something that's being clinged on to, and this is of a material matter. It's okay. It's kind of making sense. So in the other spread that I pulled, it was like an overview of energy. There's something material that's being looked at as like it's missing or I don't have, so therefore I'm clinging on to what I do have, or what I feel like all I have and all I know, or it's something along the lines of that clinginess, holding on to things, holding on to something. And then you see these other people here, they're using their resources. You see in this card, everyone's kind of using their resources, and they're much more happier than this guy over here with like him hoarding whatever he's got. Some of you guys are holding back your emotions. Some of you guys are not sharing the fact that you feel a certain type of way about something. And then you have the Fool card. So you're being guided to free yourself of something, and it might seem like not the best option or not the most safest option for you to take or action to take, but you are being guided. And some of you guys may feel that the best option is holding back. And I feel that your guides are telling you, like, that's not the direction to go in. Like, you don't want to be like this person. You want to be able to be the type of person that believes that you are abundant and uses your resources wisely. And I feel like with the Fool card, you have all these birds and then you have the dog. It's like a lot of guidance and a lot of messages. And I feel like you guys have been receiving a lot of synchronicities when it comes to whatever this is for you individually. Then you got the Six of Swords. So you have divine assistance and you have divine help. And then notice you have this eye that's guiding the boat. So there's a divine eye that's leading you on wherever your journey is. So it's okay for you to trust the process, because a lot of you may be used to running the show, and it's like Spirit is saying, like, now is the time for us to direct you and guide you, especially if you're moving on in life, forward in life with something, or literally moving, because the Full card can be denote a brand new journey, and the Six of Swords can represent, you know, a journey or some sort of travel. Before you can transition into this new energy, something does need to be released in order for a new aspect or new energy to take place. So you have the Phoenix coming out of this. So it's almost like they're sacrificing. I don't know. It looks like whoever this dead body is, they're sacrificing it to the fire, and then out of the ashes is this. The flame is creating this Phoenix bird, which represents rebirth. And they're mourning, but it almost looks like they're slightly celebrating this. So anything that dies, you transmute it, and there's a beginning, there's a new energy. So you might have to sacrifice something in order to gain this new energy, and that could be yourself. There's something within the self that needs to be released and let go of that does not serve you, and that may be people as well. Some of you guys may be trying to move on after a passing of someone. Okay, the energy is very strong with that for some. Then you got the Four of Wands, because what this is going to lead to is better times. And I'm getting that the biggest thing for a lot of people is letting go of people. That's like the biggest thing, especially if you're an empath and you have a big heart. And my ring finger is itching. So someone may be having a hard time with letting go of a lover or someone that they had a very close bond with, whether that was through a marriage or some sort of romantic union, or it could be a friendship, could be someone that's passed on. You're having a hard time with letting go of that, or something. Yeah, because it's a lot of, because everybody's happy because they're flowing with the energy. They're not only are they utilizing the resources they do have from the universe, because, you know, water flows. It's abundant. It's infinite energy. And also this could represent embracing the emotions too. Not worrying about the day-to-day things. What am I going to eat? How is this going to be paid for? And things like that. With so much overly focused and stressed out over. It's okay to be like, you know, I care about those things, but to be overly attached to it, I feel like Spirit's trying to show you detachment is key, because these people are much more happier rather than detaching. They're welcoming in the flow of things, and Spirit's trying to set you free of something. Like, you might be in this perception that you're on the right track by holding on to something. In essence, you're really supposed to cut cords with something or someone and keep it moving. And I feel that it could be lots of connections. It's not just romantic. These are different connections. You have the Four of Wands, which could be like an environment that you've been in for so long, and friendships and family. And the Three of Cups can represent family, but it can also represent friends and things like that. Then the Two of Cups can represent a love union of some sort. But what you'll gain is happiness. These are all happy cards in the end. I don't really see anything negative anyway, but to end off with the Four of Wands, the Two and the Three of Cups is a celebration of maybe coming back to yourself, coming into union with yourself. Before that can happen outside of yourself, with people in your world and your outer experience. But I do see your assignment right now is to release things, and mainly and this is a tough energy to, because it's like this could be triggering. Um, Not everybody is meant to be in your life. Some people are just meant to come and go. Some people, maybe you were here to help someone release themselves, open up more, to embrace certain things. You were meant to show them many different things. Some of you guys, this is your childhood. You see, there's children in the background clinging on to their mother. So I would say that for some of you, this is childhood. Some of you guys, this is you setting yourself free and starting and embarking on your own life purpose and your own journey. Some people are not meant to go. Maybe it was meant for you to help someone along their journey and start their life's journey, and then you move on in a different direction. Because how I'm looking at the cards is the Fool is looking in this direction, and the Six of Swords, the boat, is going in this direction. So something needs to be left in the past, and it's not an easy thing. There's mourning involved with this, there's sadness involved with this, but there's also a celebration, because that is a part of life and death, endings and beginnings. That is all a part of the universe, the natural flow of the universe. Not everything and everyone is meant to stay in our lives, and I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to teach you. There's someone wise in your life that may have told you this, or this is something that your higher self knows, or your guides have been telling you, that certain things and people, although they may be people that you love and care about at one point, or yeah, that's not easy to say. Like, I feel like my ego is stepping in, and it does not feel comfortable saying that, because it's like, I know that it's not easy, and I know that that's like a triggering message to hear, but my higher self knows that's just how it is. Like, we're not meant to be attached to anything. When we are attached, I'm gonna use this as an example. What was it that she said? I guess, okay, so Lauren London, the actress Lauren London, she was at rapper Nipsey Hussle's memorial service. She quoted something. He said that something basically along the lines of, we don't own anybody, or we can't hold someone or control them. We experience them. We experience people. We don't own anything or anybody in this planet. Everything is temporary in this life. Like, that goes with anything. Money, food, like, it all dissolves, it all leaves. Like, we eat, we release it, money comes to us, it comes and it goes. Some relationships, whether they stay in your life for a long time or not, we all go, through death, and that's just what it is. We come in this life through birth. So everything is almost a cycle, and it's a flow. The more happier you are when you're in the present. So it's like, experience things in the moment. Enjoy what you have in the moment. Enjoy the things and the people that you have in your life and the experiences now, because it all goes. And why that's important, because that's like so simple, right? But why this is so important for a lot of you guys, because I feel like you've always been this way. You've always been attached, and you haven't fully been living your life as you truly desire, or what Spirit has for you. And I feel like there's so many more beautiful experiences that you're going to have once you come to that conclusion, and that knowing that death is not a bad thing. And when I say death, I'm not speaking of physical death only. I'm speaking of, endings, and accepting that, because with every ending is a new beginning. There's no such thing as a loss. Only gains. And like my spiritual guides told me a long time ago, I heard this message clairaudiently, like, there's no such thing of mistakes, only lessons. That same thing. So that is your assignment, and it's not easy. I feel, and that's for the energy that I'm currently picking up. So whether you watch this after I posted it, like a day or hour or a week, a month, year, whatever, if it's for you, you will know that it's for you. This doesn't have a date or time on it. It is just what it is. Okay, so let's see. What questions? I'm going to use the Empowering Questions deck, and I'm just going to ask Spirit What questions, whoa, should we ask ourselves? My deck attached. Okay, thank you. What have what have been the most what? What have been the most defining moments that have helped shaped my life? So think about those moments that helped shape you to be who you are, regardless if those circumstances were trials and tribulations or whether they were the most happiest times of your life. How have both or every moment that you can think of, how has it shaped you in your life? And it doesn't have to be it shaped me to be, oh, it made me a greater person or it made me a strong person. Maybe something shaped you to be angry, to be fearful, and address that. Nothing, no stern, what is it that my friend says, no no stone will go unturned. And this is a part of evolution. You cannot, because you can't run from it. A part of spiritual growth, and at this point, and I would hope that my subscribers are at a point within themselves that their self-development and growth is the most important thing to them right now. um, so what comes with that is addressing the good and the bad. Me, I am a destroyer of BS, and even within myself. Like, I'm the type of reader, I'm not just going to look at only what I think people want to hear and what they only want to see, because how constructive is that going to be? So I have to look at the dark energies too. So being able to look at the dark and the light, because without going through the shadow phases, you'll never be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's important to always go there. So if some of you guys feel like my messages are too heavy or it's negative or whatever, I guess it's just not for you, or it's just not meant for you to. You're just not. That's not an important thing for you to heal. Like, I guess healing is not important because you have to see the ugly sides of yourself and life and others in order to see the light of things. You have to see both sides of life. Yin and yang. It's always an opposite to something. So with that being said, how things have shaped you is important. So anger, my mom not being there for me, or my dad not being there for me, or being abused, or whatever your story is, it shaped me to be fearful, it shaped me to be angry, it shaped me to be hateful, whatever it is. Why? So go to that dark place and face it and confront it and heal it, because you will free yourself. That's the point of this. Like, spirit is here to help you free yourself. God, the universe, whatever you want to call your spiritual team, just as equally as you can say, as a reminder, I'm a better person because I went through these things and I went through the dark, and I'm proud of myself, because you might be somebody that's meant to help other people that's gone through those dark periods. It's not to carry the weight and be saddened by it and identify yourself as a victim, or whatever, or an abuser for some. There's things that we've done, like there's things that I've done that I'm not proud of. There's things that I've said that I'm not proud of. There's things that I still have healing and clearing to do. We're all human. But when we embrace and we accept every aspect of ourselves and acknowledge it and the things that we wish to change and heal and release, to confront those things, because the more and more we try to run from them, they're our shadows. You're going to be faced with them. And another thing that I learned too is, like, when people say that bad things always happen to them, or some people see like shadows in a room and stuff, a lot of the time that's your energy, that's your shadows. Certain nightmares that you have, like, you might have energies like this. I don't know why this is coming to me, but nightmares or dreams of people chasing you. I feel like this is a metaphor for things that you're running from within your own life, that you have to confront, you have to face. Your biggest enemy, before anything else in this world, is you. You have to confront and face yourself before you have the courage and the power to face anything else or anyone that may be at odds with you, if that makes sense. So you have to face the shadows. The shadows are there, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but this is just kind of coming out, and I hope it makes sense. But I think that this new age culture, and yeah, I guess you call it culture, is teaching people that everything is all about butterflies and rainbows and auras and chakras. They don't teach you the real. They don't teach you the true essence of what spirituality is. And just like it says, new age, it's new energy. It's not, it's almost like a manufactured Disney version of spirituality. So, anything that's like media spread and like popular, you always have to check and make sure that these things are really what they seem, and they're not just for marketing schemes or just for, um, whatever. It's not all about that, oh, peace, love, and light, and I'm a hippie. Like, yeah, be on that high vibration, but you also have to be able to call it the BS and be able to look at it and see it. And what better way to see and call it the BS than starting with you first? So that's all I'm saying. Um, so yeah, I hope that resonates. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome, thank you. If you guys feel guided to subscribe, feel free to do so. Like, share this video with someone who may need it or may need to hear it. I would greatly appreciate it. All of my existing subscribers, you know what it is. I love you and I support you. I thank you guys for your support. Another thing, yeah, if you guys want to book with me, I'm booked for April. I just want to let you guys know, but I do have emergency readings available if you guys need a video, or why am I saying video? A reading pronto. Or you guys can wait till May. You guys can book now for May if you guys would like, because I do book up quite quickly. I will be doing free readings for Tauruses for their birthdays. So if you guys are an April or May Taurus, sun sign only, I'll put out the details soon. Sometime this week, I will put out the details how to get a free birthday reading for my fellow Tauruses out there. So my gift from one Taurus to another. So, yeah, I'll put that information out there, whatever. But much love as always. I appreciate